Welcome back to ReadingBear. Today, we will take a look at some new IDontWorkHereLady stories. And if you enjoyed my content, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and post some bear emojis in the comments. Let's go!
The first story is titled, I don't work for you full-time anymore, so you need to pay me a freelance rate to fix your problem. I had been working as a consultant on a major project for a tech firm. I was the subject matter expert on System, an antiquated database program that was basically obsolete and which this company kept around mostly for convenience. I'd been with the company about a year and only ended up as the SME on that system because the other SMEs had quit. Why, you ask? Well, the project manager over the product using that system, Jim, was a nightmare. Lack of communication, flexible due dates that spanned weeks and threw curveballs at the last minute, demands of time tracking in multiple systems, none of which were actually utilized unless they were trying to prove someone was doing something wrong. It was a mess. I found another job and put in my notice, a full 3 weeks notice, just to make sure they could find someone. They never scheduled me to train anybody, so I assumed they found someone who had experience in System. I turned in my keys and computer and then I left. About a week later, I got a call from Jim. We need you to come in and fix an issue we're having. I'm sorry, I don't work there anymore, I said, thinking that maybe the manager had forgotten. I know. But we don't have anyone here who can fix systems, so we need you. He explained the issue. It was a few hours work fix. All right. If you would like me to work on System, then I am willing to help, but I'll have to charge you by the hour at a contract rate, and it will have to be after hours because I have a new full-time job. The manager balked. No, you will come in and work at my original hourly rate. No, I explained as carefully as I could. First, since I'm not your FT employee anymore, I have none of your FT benefits. Second, this will be after hours and, from my perspective, overtime work. So again, I'm happy to help you, but it will be at new rate per hour. That's stupid. You know how to fix this, this should be easy for you. I'm not paying you new rate for something you already did at old rate. At this point, I lost my patience. I am not bartering with you. Take my rate or don't. Next time you call, it will go up. Now listen here, you duck. I hung up. He called back immediately. I picked up the call. I need you to come fix this now, he seethed into the phone. I can do that, I said politely. My rate is new rate plus $50 per hour. You can't do that. Jim shouted. I am not paying you extra to. New rate plus $75 per hour. No. You're a ducking. New rate plus $100 per hour. Keep going, Jim, I have all day. There was a really long pause. New rate. I will do that. But nothing more. I'll be honest with you guys, I really considered doubling down for the elevated rate. But at the same time, I know a win when I see it, so I took the job. I assume he did find a new expert because I never did another job for them again. The next story is titled, Just Run Across the Store and Tell Them to Answer the Phone. I used to work the customer service desk at a large grocery chain in Pennsylvania. By far, the most common call we got was people asking for the pharmacy. For us, and for a lot of large chain stores, the pharmacy is its own separate entity in all respects except for sharing the building. Think of it like two different stores at a shopping mall. They had a different name, different staff, different logo, different everything. For us, we weren't even on the same phone system, for privacy reasons, so when people would ask to speak to the pharmacy, the only thing we could do was give them the information to connect to the pharmacy directly. We'd often get people who call and begin spilling their medical history before you could stop them. But this was one of my most memorable calls. Based on the voice, this was an adult, in their 30s or 40s. Me, thanks for calling large grocery store. My name is Chris, how can I help you? Lady, hi, can you connect me with the pharmacy? Me, I'm unable to transfer you, but I can give you the pharmacy's direct number to call. Lady, no, I just want you to transfer me. Me, I understand, the pharmacy is a separate store and on a different phone line, so my phone here isn't able to transfer you. But I can give you their phone number to call them directly. Lady, so why you won't transfer my call? Me, I'm sorry, it's a bit of a pain, I know. I wish I could, the phone just can't do it because they have their own system so that patients don't accidentally leave voicemails with sensitive medical information on the grocery store's phone. But I have their number ready for you to connect with them directly. Lady, ugh, fine. Give her phone number. About 30 seconds goes by, my phone rings again. Me, thanks for calling large grocery store. My name is Chris, how can I help you? Lady, hello. I just spoke to you about calling the pharmacy. I called and they didn't answer. I can't see the pharmacy from my station, but on Saturday mornings they were always busy. And given the length of time between calls, she couldn't have called more than once. Me, I'm sorry about that, ma'am. It's very possible that they're busy. But I'm sure if you call back in a few minutes or leave a lady, I don't want to leave a message. I want to talk to someone now. Can't you call over and ask them to answer the phone? Me. I want to help, but I can't really force them to answer the lady. I'm going to hang up and call them. You go over there and tell them to answer the damn phone while I'm calling. Me, ma'am, I'm afraid that I can't do that. Like I said, if you call and leave a mess. Lady, why won't you help me? Go over and tell them to answer the phone. Do you even understand what I'm asking you to do? Me, ma'am, I understand what you're asking me to do and I'm afraid I can't do that. But I can. Lady, I want to speak to your manager. Me, I'm happy to connect you with the pharmacy manager. But I can't transfer you, you have to call them directly. The next story is titled, Yeah sure, my grocery cart means I work here. Today I was shopping for my family at the Midwest's best grocery chain, something that I dislike on Sundays as it is a madhouse, and therefore I usually order my groceries if I procrastinate until Sunday, but I needed a little break from my amazing family after so much togetherness over the last few days. We buried my dear mother-in-law Friday after an aneurysm that shocked us all. Like I said, I needed a break even though I am on chemo, and took it yesterday. I do Saturday so I don't miss work and so my students don't see their teacher looking deathly ill. I digress, back to the story. As I mentioned earlier, I dislike shopping on Sundays, but here I was ready to tackle the crowds with my on a mission stare, and one headphone in listening to a book, the other dangling out so people could not only see I was listening to something and therefore not approach me, but also know that I could hear them if I was in the way or something. The big red M has produce in the front of the store and their employees wear blue-collared shirts with khakis or black pants, or a blue apron with khakis or black pants and always closed-toed shoes and a visor or ball cap. Today I'm sporting a navy shirt with red, purple, and light blue flowers, jeans rolled up to just above my ankles, platform sandals, and my pink sunglasses on top of my head. I look nothing like their wonderful employees, and since I'm pushing a blue shopping cart and looking at produce, minding my own business when Karen first makes her appearance. K for Karen clears her throat. I move to the side assuming she also wants to look at the blackberries in sale 5 for $5. My book is getting interesting so I don't pay her much mind. K, then clears her throat again. Excuse me, I am sorry, I'm almost done. Midwestern manners kick in and I hurry up. K, exasperated. I said excuse me. Me, sorry? I'm sure I looked as thoroughly confused as I was at this point since I had only taken a quick moment to get my 5 pints. K, are you done yet? Mind you, I'm walking away with my cart at this point, so yeah, I'm done, dummy. Me, all yours. They all look good, it's a good price, huh? K, yeah, but I want the ones you got since it looks like you got the best ones. Me, I think they all look good, sorry. I turn to leave and go to the bananas. K, well, that was rude. She says loudly and at no one in particular. I keep shopping, laughing at how I've just encountered a Karen of sorts, but thankfully made it out unscathed, or so I thought. Next up is the bakery department. I'm picking up some sweets for my boys, 4 and 6, and my husband for breakfast since my husband is on bereavement and will be taking the boys into school, leaving me to get some grading done before my students get to my school. Karen re-entered the picture just as I pick up a 40% off package of donuts. Score. K, I was going to get those. Mind you, I had them in my cart before she was in the area. Me, okay? Well, that stinks, I think. Oh, here we go again. K, it's not fair. You are taking all of the good stuff for yourself. Me, well, I guess get ahead of me then? K, no. You need to share with the other customers. Me, I believe, store has a first come, first served policy? But whatever. K, customers should not have to wait for you to get their stuff. Me, still not realizing that she thinks I work here. Whatever hun, I don't have to cater to you. I walk away with my donuts. K, I said I wanted those. I am ignoring her and walking away. Karen was not at all happy about this. K, give me those cookies. Me, they're donuts, and no. K, you can't just take what you want, give them. Me, still walking away. I got them first, and it looks like I can and did. Toodles. Big grin on my face, I go up and down the frozen aisle quickly as all I was getting was popsicles for my boys. I'm in the fish department, which also hosts bacon for some reason, when Karen makes her way to me again. She says to some innocent older lady, "Don't you hate when entitled brat employees take things and hide them for themselves?" The lady nervously smiles at her, as she continues, "They think they are special, and they ignore the paying customers." I actually laugh hard at her nonsense, and respond as the lady and Karen are blocking my path. I always assume that they are not working, on break, or something. I've not worked retail in many years, but I think everyone should at some point, as it helps one appreciate how difficult it can be. The innocent lady smiles at me and says, "You are so right." This enraged Karen, but she's yet to go off, so I keep shopping. I am looking at the wine selection, trying to figure out if I want to get another bottle, or actually drink what I have at home, when again psycho Karen approaches. I naively thought maybe she heard me when I said I don't work in retail. Nope. K, I suppose you're going to get some wine too? Me, nope, I am going to drink what I have at home, but this is good if you are wanting a decent bottle. K, I should have known you're an alcoholic. Me, laughing, what? K, an employee who uses their discount to get some cheap wine. Ha. You are sad. Me, actually you, my dear, are the sad one, and I don't work here, so please leave me alone. I'm done with your entitled behavior. Karen rips my headphone out of my ear. It's a cheap pair, but still. K, how rude. Take those out. Me, excuse me? Do not touch me again, lady. K, I have had about enough of you and your sad alcoholism. Me, that's funny, I've had about enough of you and your abusive behavior. And for the record, I drink about once every few days, a glass at most, to unwind from my not here position. I know that I worded this poorly. K, do not lie to me. I know you work here. Me, no, but I shop here regularly, so maybe you've seen me here. I've never worked for M. I know for a fact that no employee looks remotely like me. K, yes you do, you're wearing their colors even. Me, so because I'm wearing a different blue, with red flowers, I work here? K, you effing, yes she said effing, not the actual word. Work here. Me, laughing hysterically at my Karen in the wild catch, yeah okay lady. K, wait here. I'm getting your manager and you'll be sorry. Oh, and she reaches into my cart and takes my donuts. I laugh, and take them back. K, red in the face, management. Manager. 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 I walk away, and surprisingly 2 other customers come up to me. Customer 1, what in the heck was that lady's problem with you? Me, I don't know, I guess she thinks that I work here, and employees must bow down to her. Customer 2, you handled her so well. I would have been frantic. Customer 1, I know you from somewhere? Are you my kid's teacher? Me, I am a teacher, who is your kiddo? Customer 1, kid's name, me, laughing, yup, how's his project going? We chat and then go back to shopping because we hear Karen still hollering about needing a manager and none of us wanted to deal with her brand of crazy. I head to the other, non-grocery side of the Mega Mart, get what I need and head to the checkout feeling grateful that I managed to get what I needed without further incident, or so I thought. I'm standing in line, cart full, when I hear the GAWDAWFUL voice of Karen. K, let me in front of you. I already reported you to your manager, and she said she'll talk to you later. Employees should go after customers. Hands on hips expectantly. Me, I don't know who you talked to, but again, I don't work here. I have waited for 2 other customers to get through the line beforehand, and while I appreciate your cart has less than mine, I don't think I'll offer you anything since you have been insufferably narcissistic and have displayed downright disgusting behavior. K, that's it. The nasty woman hit me. She actually hit me with her cart. I'm getting your manager. You'll be sorry. She took off yelling again as I begin to unload my cart. I'm pale in the face because today is the day after my chemotherapy treatment, and I am so not happy with this lady and her nasty attitude. Normally I would have let someone with a few small items go ahead of me, but not today, as I just want to get home and get to bed. I'm lucky enough my chemotherapy doesn't render me bedridden like it does many people, but I don't exactly feel great. The kind employee notices my sheet-white appearance and asks me if I need assistance, and said that they'd already called the manager after the incident with the lady, and normally I would say no thank you, but I take him up on his offer and sit in the blue benches in front of his lane while he and another employee unload and reload my cart. They even put in my perks code for me. This store really is the best. The manager comes up as I'm getting up to pay, Karen in tow. Manager, is this the lady you're talking about? K, yes. Ha. She's still here, now take care of her. She was so rude and she took all of the good things. I bet she steals too. Manager, perplexed, she isn't an employee, she shops here often ma'am, so maybe you've seen here? K, you're telling me she doesn't work here? Ha. I do not understand why you are covering for her. She stole from my cart. Customer 1, who I think was waiting around for Karen, is in line and says loudly, you stole from her cart, she just took it back. K, well, employees should not get the discounted things. Manager, ma'am, employees are allowed to buy whatever they please, and again I'm sorry, she doesn't work here. K, she's a thief. Me, please, just let me be, I'm feeling quite ill, but if you need to look at video or something I'll wait, but can you please put up my frozen popsicles? Employee who saw her hit me, manager, I think you should look at the video in my lane too. K, I did nothing wrong manager, no one said you did. She raises an eyebrow. Some other employee comes out, I think he was store security? He says, manager, I think you'll find the lady in pink was repeatedly harassing the lady in blue and even hit her. Turns to me, we can produce video if you want to press charges. Me, I just want to get home, I think I'm going to be sick. K, call the cops. They'll see she's a thief. Me, okay, I'm so over you lady. I will gladly wait for police to arrive and I'll press charges as you have harassed me repeatedly, attempted to damage my headphones, and hit me. I have never stolen anything in my life, except a piece of candy when I was 5, and I felt so guilty about it that I went back and tattled on myself and paid for it. Manager, let's calm down K, liar. You stole my donuts. Me, very calmly and sweet as can be, no, I merely took back my donuts that you took out of my cart. Employee, let's review the tapes. Me, gladly, but can I please sit, I'm really not feeling well K, faker. They called the police and the police officer reviewed the tapes as Karen sat there smugly with a poop-eating grin expecting vindication. Police officer asks for our statements, Karen jumps in first. I'm visibly sick at this point and 3 officer asks me if I'm okay, I tell him I'm in chemotherapy and I don't feel good. This seems to anger Karen who begins yelling at me as it is now my turn to speak. The officer asks her to shut up, she doesn't, so he handcuffed her and said she was going to be charged with disrupting the peace regardless of whether I wanted to press charges against her for harassment and repeated assault amongst other things. She went more pale than me, which is saying something. The manager gave me a gift card for my troubles and said with a wink in her eye if I ever wanted a job, I could have one. I did press charges which I would have dropped, but since she made me throw up in public, I wanted her to be humiliated too. I plan on using my gift card for some classroom items, tissues and hand sanitizer, and food for my homeless students. I told 3 manager I didn't need the gift card, but she insisted, and when I told her what I am using it for, the $20 became $100. My students are going to have food for the weekends for several weeks. Thank you Karen and M the Thrifty Acres. The next story is titled, You Must Work Here Because You Look Dirty. I'm in HVAC school right now, so I get out mid-afternoon most days. Yesterday, I get a call saying my brand new recliner chair was ready for pickup from the furniture warehouse. I ordered it a month ago and it just got to the distribution center, so I booked it over after class and thought about how great to have a chair that's mine again and not falling apart. My current one is 14 years old and my daughters tend to claim it when I get up for more than 10 seconds. That being said, I get to the warehouse, go in and get the order processed for pickup and back my truck to the bay door and wait, as told by customer service. Thus, the incident. Older entitled dude, OED. Sentient being, me. OED pulls up in very nice, very well polished Cadillac right next to me, 2 spaces over from bay doors, and sits there. Looks around for a minute, sees me leaning on tailgate of my truck, and stares at me for probably 30 seconds before he loses patience. I'm obliviously looking at my phone and waiting for delivery of my chair. OED, hey! Yells this through rolled down car windows. Me. Heard his yelling but didn't care enough to look up. OED, hey. I know you can hear me. Lays on car horn at this point. Me, what? OED, come here now. Me, no, I'm good. OED, stupid lazy little crap, get over here and get my furniture order. Me, okay, this can't really be happening, so I sauntered over. What the hell are you barking about and why are you yelling at me? OED, because I'm a paying customer and you're not being paid to sit on your ass, so get in there and get my furniture now. Me, okay, now I get it. You think I work here? Well, I don't. OED, yes you do. You're dressed like a dirty warehouse worker, you're just being a lazy entitled a hole. Keep in mind, this guy is yelling at me, calling me lazy and entitled while sitting in a $80K car. Me, look old man, if you want your furniture processed, you have to go inside like everyone else and get the customer service people to process it. There ain't curbside service here. OED, this is your last warning, punk. Go get my furniture. Me, okay, I'm gonna go back to wait for my stuff now. Right about then, the bay door opens and an actual employee comes out with my chair on a dolly. Employee is wearing shorts, sneakers, a harness and a t-shirt that says the furniture store on it. I'm in a hoodie, long work pants and boots, so no actual resemblance to employee. Employee helps me load the chair still boxed up into my truck bed and I sign the sales receipt for it. Meanwhile OED has finally gotten out and it's stalling his way over, idioting to the heavens over all the injustices of the world and how millennials are ruining everything. I guess I'm a millennial now, even though I'm over 40 and my beard is going grey. I got the chair all strapped down and hopped out of my truck bed, shook the actual employee's hand and got in and started my truck. Employee must have been used to the insanity of entitled customers because he was completely ignoring the OED. Instead he just pushed the dolly back in and closed the bay door. OED was hollering and cussing up a storm as I started up and drove away. Not the most satisfying story, but still ended with a smile on my face. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel and post some bear emojis in the comments.